Welcome back to the channel. This is the Action Figure Grader, and I'm making this video really early in the week. This is the what to buy video coming out after Thanksgiving. I hope that all of you had a great Thanksgiving, and I have to kind of make this early before all my family gets into town and all hell breaks loose here in the AFG household. So I'm making this a little earlier than I prefer, but I think I found enough really good stuff to keep y'all busy during the Thanksgiving weekend. And hopefully you'll find something that you like. I found some vintage collection, some comics. I found a few comics that are at auction that I really want to buy, but I'm not going to. And then some vintage Kenner items, just the usual assortment. And as always, in the video description, there will be eBay affiliate links in case you want to make an offer, buy it now, or place a low bid in an auction and then come back to try and win it later. All of those things help out the channel, and I appreciate those of you that help support the channel by doing that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. First is Giorgio Joe. This seller is one I've bought from in the past, and he has a lot of really nice early TVC 1.0 unpunched for sale for very fair prices, in my opinion. So first is the Gamorrean Guard. You can tell it's the original issue because it's got that rocket firing VCPO3 Boba Fett offer. And all of his items are really nice and very fairly priced. This one is $55, and it's got 5 watchers. He has the Super Battle Droid. This is one that we've talked about in past videos for the vintage collection when we do price updates. This one has been historically selling in that $75 to $85 range. He's got this one unpunched listed for $60, and this one has 10 watchers on it, so that's a pretty good deal there. Aura Singh, $75. Obviously, we got the reissue coming out. It's not going to be as good as this one, in my opinion, just because of the lack of accessories. But this one's got 4 watchers on it, and it's listed for $75. It's sold recently as high as $100. So $75 for the original issue Aura Singh. We've got a VC44 Luke Dagobah landing with the dark blue saber, unpunched again. That one is listed for $100. I've seen data points as high as 120 recently for this particular figure, and that one's got 4 watchers on it as well. And then the big one is this one. This is Clone Commander Cody unpunched. He had this one listed unpunched for $600, which is kind of right in line with market. I found 2 data points at that price point, and I think I might have even had this in last week's What to Buy video. No one took him up on it, so he pulled it off the market and relisted it for $100 less. So this is the VC19 Clone Commander Cody unpunched. Very tough to find, and he dropped it by $100, so I wanted to make sure people were aware of that. And he's got 9 watchers on that one. So that's all that I've got for the vintage collection. It's all the same seller, but it's a seller I've bought from in the past and been very happy with. So I wanted to show his items. Next up, a few comics. First is Incredible Hulk number 340. This is the second fight between Wolverine and Hulk in comics. It's an iconic Todd McFarlane cover in a CGC 9.8 at auction with a starting bid of $700. This book is trading anywhere from $850 to about $1,000 right now, and this one looks like a really nice, clean copy, freshly graded. It's got 13 watchers, no bids yet, but you can expect it to go for at least $850 if it makes it to the end of the auction. But very low starting bid price of $700. The big one is this one. I really want this one. This is ASM number 300 in a direct edition, freshly graded, really nicely centered with good colors. This is obviously the origin and first appearance of Venom. And now that Venom 3 has come and gone in theaters, this book is starting to come back down to earth, and it's selling for anywhere from about $2,400 up to about $3,000. This is a really nicely centered copy with really good color strike, so I expect it to go towards the upper end of that range. The current bid is only $1,000 right now. That one ends Sunday evening. All right, on to the vintage items. This is a tri-logo Leanie the Ewok. It does have some damage to the box, as you can see in that first photo. It's got a little bit of tear right there. But this is a really cool item that I had never seen before in the tri-logo packaging. And it's over in the UK, and in the UK, and it's listed for 90 pounds, which is about 112 US dollars with a make an offer option. I think the seller does ship to the US. Just reach out to the seller if you are in the US and wanting to buy it. But I just thought that was a cool item that I had never seen before with the Tri-Logo box. Next up, we've got the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man's got a bunch of auctions as well as one buy it now that I wanted to show you. First is the Spanish PBP red emblems for the AT-AT driver. That one's at auction, and all of these auctions in Sunday afternoon. That's a UKG 80% for that Spanish figure. He also has all of the size Snoodles and Max Rebo band loose graded separately and at auction. We've got size Snoodles UKG 85. We've got Droopy McCool in a UKG 90 gold level. Very tough to get that figure in a 90 grade. That one also in Sunday. And then he's got, of course, Max Rebo. That's an 85 grade. Very slight color difference between the head, arms, and the torso, but they gave it the 85, and I would agree with that. Really nice presentation for those, though, if you're looking for any of the Max Rebo band members loose graded. So all of those are at auction. The big one is this one. This is a UKG 85% Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise with the brand new case style. It's got the correct black blaster, and it's got a make an offer option. I received an offer from the seller for 750 pounds, which is about $56 off the list price. But maybe you can make an offer even lower than that. I don't know what he's willing to take, but it looks every bit of a UKG 85 to me. It's a very, very nice looking figure, and I just had to point it out because it's a beauty. So UKG 85 for Luke Stormtrooper. Here's one that just got listed, and the seller's got some others listed. These are all CAS loose graded figures that have the Power of the Force coin included inside, and they all have making offers. This one is a CAS 85 plus Darth Vader along with the Darth Vader coin. So very high grade, beautiful presentation style from CAS. That one's listed for $500, a little high in my opinion, but it's got to make an offer. I don't know what he's willing to take for it, but I just wanted to at least point that one out. And again, he's got also the Jawa and one or two others, so you can go check out the seller's other items. I bought from this seller before in the past as well and been very happy, but that one's is a beauty. I really like that Vader. Next up, this seller has two mint on card die-cast vehicles, mint on card. So this is the Snow Speeder. These aren't perfect cards or anything like that, but they're at auction. There's 8 days left as of the making of this video. So we got the Rebel Armored Snow Speeder, pretty nice looking example. And then he also has the X-Wing fighter. Both of those are mint on card and end in about 8 days as of the making of this video. This is a beautiful example of the Power of the Force Obi-Wan Kenobi. Unpunched card, no price sticker. It's listed as C 9.5 condition. We know it's not a 9.5 or 95 grade, but it has a good chance at an 80 and an 80 plus. I think easily an 80, but potentially an 80 plus or even an 85. It's a really nice example. And it's at auction, and it ends Sunday evening at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. But that's a beauty of a Obi-Wan Kenobi. Jada 34 is back with some beauties. This is a 47 back clear blister Luke Skywalker farm boy with the brown haired Luke. This is not the dark brown haired Luke. This is just the standard Hong Kong lighter brown haired. But that is a beauty. It's got a little bit of a crease by the hang tab there. But that one is in really good shape overall. And you can see one little crease on the back side as well. So probably a 75 score for the card. I would think an 80 or an 85 for the blister, and then an 80 or an 85 for the figure score. But that's a really nice example. It's at 305 right now, and that one in Sunday evening. And same seller also has a Tri-Logo Hoth Imperial Stormtrooper. This is an unpunched card, which is tough to find, and it looks to be in really great shape overall. I think this is pretty easily an 80 grade, if not an 80 plus with the graders. That one's at $201 and ends Sunday evening as well. Next up, we've got a beauty that just got listed from a seller that I've bought from in the past, 2 dips for me. And he's got a 77 back A Boba Fett graded AFA 80. So this is the Taiwan Boba Fett. You can see on the back of the card there, made in Taiwan, and it's in beautiful condition, punched example, and the blister's only got, I'd say fairly moderate yellowing, not too bad. 80, 80, 90 are the sub-scores. So it got a 90 for the figure score. Absolutely stunning. And I don't think that price is actually too bad. Maybe by the time this video actually airs and you see it, he's got to make an offer option if nobody makes a bid on it. But it's listed for $26.50, which I don't think is actually necessarily that far off of what the fair market value is for this thing. So who knows? It's got 4 watchers on it already, so I expect it to sell. But if it doesn't, maybe he makes you an offer or he adds a make an offer option. But if you can get it in that $2,200, $2,300 price point, I think you're doing pretty well at that price point. So that's a very nice example, though. Finally, I wanted to show this one, not because it's priced right, because it's not, but Gold Star Tech has an engineering pilot, Luke Skywalker Farm Boy. And this is graded AFA 75+. So this is a pre-production prototype engineering pilot, Luke Farm Boy, 75+ with an archival case, brand new case style. It's listed for $6,500 with a make an offer option, but I did a little bit of homework and I found that this is the one he bought. So whoever the original owner of this, they bought it on Hakes back on June 30th of 2021. It's the exact same item, exact same serial number, exact same grade, everything. And he bought it, including the buyer's premium, for $33.74. So let's say he's got about $34.50 after shipping, maybe taxes. I don't know. I don't pay taxes on Hakes, but roughly, let's say he's got about $3,500 in it. I'm not saying it's worth $3,500. I think it's worth more than $3,500. Now, I mean, this was, let's call that 3.5 years ago. So, take that for what you will. He's got it listed for $6,500 with a make an offer option. So I think personally it's worth $4,000 to $4,500, somewhere in that ballpark would be my estimate of fair market value. And I personally think, I don't know for a fact, I don't know this seller at all personally. I'm just a happy customer. Okay. I think that if you make an offer at $4,500, he might accept it. Okay. I'm not saying that it's worth that. I'm just giving you my estimate of what it's worth. I think it's worth $4,500. But that's a beauty. I would love to buy this. I really would. And you can see on the bottom of the foot there, it's got, a little label, and that's just like my engineering pilot, red snaggletooth. I've got, writing on the bottom of the feet. And that's one of the first things you can look for an engineering pilot, is look for either a letter and a number, or sometimes it's just a letter. In this case, it's just got the C on there, but it's got the statement of authenticity from CIB, engineering pilot, verified to have originated from ex-Kenner employee, U written on bottom of left foot, Tom Derby. So anyway, he's got about $3,500 in it. I think it's worth about $4,500 now with inflation and with values of collectibles up. You may disagree with that, but you can make an offer and see what he does. But that's a really, really awesome item. I would love to have it in my collection. Anyway, that's all I really had for this episode. Please use the eBay affiliate links in the video description. Thank you, as always, for watching, and I'll be back soon.